You're listening to Not So Live from Asteroid G. I'm Mike Finkelstein. With me, as always, is...
Colonel Josh Schaefer.
Colonel. Why Colonel?
Because we're talking about fast food.
Okay.
Get it, KFC? It's from the Colonel.
But why didn't you go with King then?
Because my wife, who is sitting next to me, is of fast food royalty.
What?
Tis true.
Okay, do explain.
So my name is Josette Schaefer,
Yeah.
and I am a distant relative of the real Colonel Sanders.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
your
I have
second cousin.
Oh no, he's
Third?
like my 8th. I have a picture of my grandma with him, like he's of my bloodline.
Wow. On one side. It's impressive.
Well, definitely not my mom.
I wasn't trying to be rude like that, but okay.
Not the Korean side. The redneck side.
Yes, the redneck side. The hillbilly side.
Do you have a fast food connection I am unaware of, my wife? Rebecca Finkelstein?
Hi, I'm Rebecca Finkelstein. No. I'm sorry. I'm just still in awe. Like, I don't even know you anymore. But I'm like, I didn't realize we knew a celebrity.
I married into chicken royalty.
You did. All you need is for that entire side of her family to get like the bubonic plague and die, and then suddenly you inherit a fortune.
Yeah. The weird thing is I can't have KFC because it causes mad diarrhea.
That's okay. I can't handle any fast food except for Burger King French fries.
Well, that's what we're going to get into right now, is discussing at this point fast food, because we've talked about just every other thing that we can think of at this point. So why not like the thing that we eat right before we do some of these podcasts? So
Yes.
let us start by going around the table and discussing our favorite of the awful for us restaurants.
So I think beforehand we should create a criteria for what constitutes as fast food.
Well, does it have a drive-through?
Well,
Does it fry half of its food?
Well, Subway, is that fast food or is that...
Subway says Subway is fast food. I don't necessarily agree that Subway is fast
I
food.
feel like if you can be in a line and pick it up,
Then that counts Qdoba.
Yeah, and Chipotle's.
well, that's kind of sort of fast.
I would
It's like,
consider them fast food.
yeah, like if you don't have to sit down and wait for your food for 15 minutes, then it's fast food. Whether or not, some fast food establishments every now and again make you wait this long sometimes, but generally speaking, if you can just stand there and take your food and go, then it's fast food. If you have to sit, like Steak and Shake, that would be one that could be a bit of both.
You have high-end fast food, but at the end of the day, it's still fast food.
Well, but so Steak and Shake is an interesting question then before we get into this topic, because how does it qualify? It is technically food that is cheaper and greasier than anything you're going to get from a real fast food restaurant, one with a line where stuff is pre-made, because Steak and Shake makes their stuff immediately. So it takes them longer, and you definitely have to sit down and wait for your food, because even if you just go up to the counter and order, it's going to be 15 minutes. Where do they fall on the spectrum?
Fast food.
Yeah?
Well, I don't know, because if you go in and eat, you tip your waitress or server, I guess you should say.
Is tipping the qualification? If you don't have to tip, then it doesn't count?
I've never tipped at a Burger King or White Castle.
Well, that's just rude.
I mean, I offer a tip, but they always say, get out, sir, and pull your pants up on the way, or I'm calling the police.
So, what is the qualification we want to say then? Is this if you can tip, is that where we say it's no longer fast food?
That would be my criteria, because
Yeah, Steak and Shake is maybe one of the weird ones.
it's a weird hybrid.
Yeah. So that makes sense. I like the tipping rule.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that means Subway is in and Steak and Shake is out.
Fine.
Okay.
I like it.
Then by that criteria, Josh,
Yeah.
what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
Probably Subway.
Subway?
I think, yeah.
Is it because it's healthy?
No. I mean...
Ish.
Ish.
Let's qualify on the spectrum of fast food restaurants, it's healthy, but
It's the healthiest. I mean...
It's not as healthy as just not eating there and going for a run, but...
Yeah, I mean, and I know we've had many discussions about this, but if you just look at food quality, I would say Chick-fil-A.
Ugh.
I know, but the politics of Chick-fil-A, especially in this time,
Ugh.
makes me very upset, and I don't like them.
But you still eat there.
Not often anymore. No,
Good.
but they do have the best spicy chicken sandwich I've ever had.
For those who are unaware, one of the only fights I've ever had with Josh was over Chick-fil-A and the fact that
Yes.
he eats there and then got insanely Hulk-worthy raged out when I tried to call him on it, and then he stormed out of the place we were at
Well,
and didn't talk for the rest of the day to
It
me.
wasn't specifically Chick-fil-A. It was whether or not boycotting was a viable thing.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A specifically, though, was the
Yeah.
catalyst of the
And
argument.
I still hold that if gay people really wanted to show Chick-fil-A what's up, they would just go to Chick-fil-A and make out in front of every one of them.
Do you just want to see gay people making out where you eat a chicken sandwich?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in.
I mean,
Me too.
men, women, it doesn't matter. Love is love. And if I can watch
And chicken
old-
sandwiches are chicken sandwiches.
and if I can watch old people squirm while two dudes are making out in a booth,
It's just the extra condiment on your
it's
sandwich.
just that it's palatable. But
So Subway first, and then if the politics weren't a problem, Chick-fil-A.
yeah. But if it was just politics,
Yeah.
it would be Starbucks.
Oh yeah, because they're the most politically friendly in most respects.
Yeah.
Well, except for the fact that isn't it the Starbucks magnet he's running for office and could screw the Democrats, but
Probably.
yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
if that
that's
happens.
that's another thing. Josette.
So if I'm wanting healthy and I want to completely destroy my stomach, Subway.
Yeah. But if we're not worrying about that,
But McDonald's has the best fries.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's, I think, has the best hamburgers. And
What-
also the best Twitter feed.
Yes.
Yes.
So sassy.
Bitchy Wendy's is the best.
I love it. And I used to hate eating there, but I just found their spicy chicken wraps.
I was going to say, I'm not a big fan of their hamburgers necessarily, but I love their spicy chicken sandwich. Their chicken is sometimes some of the best.
That's why I don't eat at Chick-fil-A anymore, because I found a better spicy sandwich.
Yeah.
And I forgot, McDonald's also has the best Coke. Soda, not drugs.
No, they have pretty good Coke too.
When you could eat there, my wife,
Oh my god.
where were you preferring to
You're
go?
literally salivating right
Yeah,
now.
you
Yeah,
are. You're thinking
I've
about
been
the
thinking
options.
about all the good places and things I used to eat. And honestly, I don't think I could. I don't know. My top one might be McDonald's. A double cheeseburger with some fries with a Coke. You get all those flavors in your mouth. God, it's good. But I'll admit, I did enjoy Wendy's burgers because I like them square and they were more fresh.
They
Well,
are fresher.
Then again,
than McDonald's.
the Burger King was the Big and Tasty Burger King, or was
That's
that
McDonald's.
That's
McDonald's?
The
Okay,
big and nasty, yeah.
I enjoyed the Big and Tasty because it was fresher than the
I
other
mean, it was
stuff.
basically the same sandwich they bring back every 4 or 5 years. Because at one point it was the McDLT served in the double styrofoam container with the cold on one side and the hot on the other, and that made no sense whatsoever. And then it became the Big Extra, which had weird seasoning on it, and it was also the Big and Nasty. And then it became the Arch Deluxe. So they just keep reinventing this same stupid sandwich over and over. Now I think they've just decided to apply those toppings to the quarter pounder and be
Yeah.
like, this is what you guys are going to buy anyway. So
Well, and besides that, and I forgot about Taco Bell too. The Crunch Wraps,
yeah.
the Crunch Wrap Supreme was my go-to. Oh my god. And I love the KFC Potato Bowl.
I mean, I think
All of those are pretty
those are pretty
top
good.
tier.
Those are pretty good. I mean, I think I'm in agreement with most of you that if I'm trying to be healthy, Subway is probably my way to go. Although Qdoba has a good vegetarian or tofu option, and
Yeah.
they can do that with all the various veggies and toppings and so forth. And I don't feel so bad about that. Extra beans, rice, that's all some good stuff. If I'm trying to rip apart my colon, though, if that's the goal, then it's a hard choice for me. Currently, now I would go hit Panda Express.
Oh, I forgot about Panda Express.
They're fast casual. White rice, Kung Pao chicken, Beijing beef, and what? I know my whole order.
It's making my colon hurt already.
I know.
I know,
I know.
there's two foods, and it's just like, Jesus Christ.
And probably and I know you wouldn't go for this, Josh, but probably the mushroom chicken, just so I got that little veneer of veggies, just to make it seem like I'm eating healthy, and then throw a couple spring rolls on that. Oh, Oh, I love that. Back in the day, though, I don't know how far this spread, because Evansville, where I went to college, is a test market. Like, if things do well in Evansville, it'll do well in other regions of the country. So when they did those McDonald's diners for a little while, Evansville was one of the only places to get them.
I don't think we got them in Indy.
Yeah. So for a while there in Evansville, when I was there doing work at the radio station that I worked at and just doing stuff, I would go like most days to McDonald's for lunch because it was cheap. So cheap back in the day. And I would get the 2 cheeseburgers meal with they had the Cajun spicy chicken, and or when they had it out for a very brief time, they had the 2 McRib Jr. meals. I'd do that with a double cheeseburger and a spicy chicken sandwich, and I would just sit there and eat all of that in a meal.
Jesus.
And there's a reason why my cholesterol is awful now. Like, actively trying to kill myself, apparently. But let me tell you,
One of my arteries just
that
clogged.
was so good. I loved that so much.
Started breathing heavy after hearing that one.
I have
I
meat
know.
sweats.
But it sounds good, doesn't it? If you don't have to worry about your health, like that was.
I mean, I don't worry about my health anyway, man.
Well, I mean, since I kind of have the most concern now being both gluten and lactose intolerant.
I know.
Thanks, body.
I know.
I'm basically down to either going to Qdoba, or getting fries at the rare places that actually have them to where I can eat them.
Like Penn Station.
Penn
and Burger
Station
King.
would be my favorite in the fry realm.
I would agree. I really like McDonald's fries, but I do think Penn Station has some really good fries. If you can get them to serve them to you on a timely basis. The Penn Stations around where we live are so slow.
Yeah,
Hate
fast
that.
is in quotation marks with that.
I know. And it seems like that's a problem with a lot of fast food restaurants at this point. Like, you have to be there at the right time with enough people, otherwise, like, enough people working. Otherwise, you'll get in there and you'll wait 15 minutes, and the fast part of the fast food is no longer applicable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's just open it up to the floor for a little more. I mean, there's lots of these restaurants have specialty items they bring out once in a while. I know when I was eating there regularly, I don't eat fast food very often anymore because it's terrible for you. But like Wendy's used to have that. I know you wouldn't eat that. The cheddar mushroom melt. Yeah, I know how much you hate mushrooms, Josh. I really loved that one. Are there any specialty items or random things that they come out with, like the Doritos Locos Taco or something like that you guys just like fell in love with when they were available?
I can say absolutely not, because every single time I try one of those specialty items, they taste like, well, doo-doo butter. For example, Burger King chicken fries, pretty good. Burger King Cheetos chicken fries, not very good. I put chicken fries made from Cheetos inside of my body.
I know. I watched you do it. Like,
and it was a mistake.
and she was 6 years old at the time, and I've seen your daughter eat all kinds of awful crap, and she took one look at that. I was like, no.
Yeah, I was like, and I tried to trick her, and I ate one, and she didn't like the smell.
I took a bite of it, and I was like, this is nasty. Those were awful.
Yeah, so 2 things that don't go together: Burger King,
And anything
Cheetos.
else? Okay.
chicken fries.
It's weird to me that their chicken fries are so good, because in theory they should be so bad.
Yeah, and they taste better than their chicken fingers for some
They
reason.
do. That Burger King has a bad relationship with their chicken. They are no Wendy's when it comes to
No.
chicken. No.
No.
Any other specialty items? Any fond memories you guys have of your times when you could eat fast food?
They do also, I'm going to throw out another one. Dairy Queen has that, what's that special shake that they have? The minty one that comes out? I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a chocolate mint type shake. Blizzard. That's
Yes,
what
the Blizzard,
they're
yeah.
called. And I am lactose intolerant as well. And that destroys me, but it tastes so good going in. And no amount of enzyme pills seems to help the destruction that my toilet faces after I eat a Blizzard.
You're talking blizzards, and all I can remember is I have a job with the government, and we were doing planning for one of those fake earthquake drills.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They were calling it the shakeout. But in my head, I thought this, and I said it once to like the media people that are responsible for it. I called it that we were doing the Dairy Queen cheesequake.
Oh no!
and it stuck. And the entire time they were doing they kept planning for it. They kept calling it the cheesequake. Gotta get ready for Obama's cheesequake. I was so proud of that.
It's brilliant.
Nothing else?
Yeah, I forgot about Dairy Queen. God, I love that Crunch Blizzard.
Oh, I know. I love
miss
Dairy
it.
Queen, but
I hate Dairy Queen, and I love Dairy. If you go there and tell me I have to eat their food, it is the most wretched thing. It's like I would rather go eat Hardee's, and I hate Hardee's. Like, can you just like shove a red hot poker in my intestines now? Because that's gonna be like more delicious to me than whatever it is you're making me eat. But if I can limit myself to just their desserts, Dairy Queen is so good.
yeah, I agree. It's fast food.
It is. I don't debate. You can actually find like their weird grill and chill places
Yeah.
where it's like they really put an emphasis on the food you don't want to eat.
Yeah, rat feces and all.
Oh God.
So for those of you who don't know, the Dairy Queen by my house when I was growing up was condemned at least twice a year because of rat feces, and we still always went
I
back.
don't want. Oh my God.
And it is still open to this day. Like, I remember when I was a kid, we were like, man, when's that Dairy Queen going to open back up? We need the blizzards. It's May. It's getting hot outside. It's like closed. We all know why it's closed. Rat feces.
Those delicious chocolate chips.
Add a little bit of protein. That might be why I'm lactose intolerant now. My body's just like, nope, that's rat shit. We're going to pass that through.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
That's a true story, by the way. Isn't it?
I know. It sounded too authentic. Because speaking of there's local places that I appreciate that are technically fast food. Like there's
Yeah.
Yats. Yats is a Cajun stew restaurant here in the Indianapolis area.
I don't like it not only because of my intestinal issues, but because it's subliminal messaging. Backwards, it's stay. So they're subliminally making you stay when you look at it through the mirror.
Well, we never stay. We just
No, we
take
just
out.
take it to go.
But that's amazing.
Work on you.
But the thing is, I know you can't eat there because it makes your tummy hurt.
Yeah.
But their food is
the dumbest food allergy.
sublime. It
Oh,
is
I like their food.
absolutely sublime. Their stews are so good.
If I don't want to go to work the next day, I'm going to stop by Yats.
Have you tried the white chicken chili?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's one thing on the menu that doesn't just... So
Rip
for
you
the
apart.
listeners at home, raw tomatoes or undercooked tomatoes have a special enzyme in it that my intestines don't like.
Yes.
And it triggers some very awful things.
Very creative reactions.
Yes, very creative. A cacophony of sound is had, so they say. So
And there's undercooked tomatoes in a lot of their stuff.
yeah, it tastes good,
It does.
But-
so good.
I don't like missing work for a day or two.
They are my go-to Cajun in town at this point, especially since another Cajun restaurant that we used to go to that served really
Papa-Roo.
good sandwiches. Yep, Papa-Roo.
Which sucks because Papa-Roo's didn't cause any issues with me.
No, they're really good. And there's actually a new restaurant that basically bought out their menu and reopened a place called like Yo Mama Roo in town, which I think is a terrible name, but
Though it's because Papa-Roo left, so Mama had to clean up the bills.
probably. But the simple fact is they're never open. They're open during the day until like 6 in the evening.
Oh, one of those weird restaurants.
And they're not open Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I'm like, I'm never getting over here, even on a holiday, because you guys are always closed. How am I supposed to eat your delicious sandwiches if you're never open? So, Yats is my go-to.
Exclusive.
It's too exclusive. I'm
Exclusive.
once again, I am kept out of the cool clique. Womp womp.
Hey, you can be part of our cool clique.
The only reason I'm allowed in is because I started it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Does that mean we're gonna open up our own fast food or the micro burger?
Oh,
So-
yes. No, that's the restaurant I want to open, but it's not a fast food place because we're expecting tipping.
True.
I want to open a restaurant where you get like gourmet mini burgers and gourmet beers and call it the micro burgery.
I like it.
Yeah. And then you get like beer combos of like a thick and hearty burger with like a stout, and then you get like a turkey burger with like a light IPA and stuff. Yeah,
I don't drink beer, but I'll go there.
I know. And then like for a couple different root beers or something, just like home brewed root beers.
Whiskey and wine.
that's what you do. But that's not fast food because we expecting
Alcohol.
people to tip. Yeah.
Well, I have a fast food idea.
What do you do?
So my buddy Logan and I don't start, Joseph.
Oh, is this pizza sack?
Pizza sacks. It's a sack with pizzas in it. And we have a healthy option for people who are health conscious. It's a pita bread pizza called the Yum Yum Pouch.
Was this inspired at all by the pizza cone?
Yeah, did you see
No,
this?
I did. They stole our idea, but we wanted to.
This was I want to explain. This was something at the mall nearby where we work. This little food kiosk opened in the middle of the mall, and they served pizza dough cones filled with like pizza sauce and toppings and cheese, and they called it pizza cone. And I want to know who, well, aside from the 13-year-olds that came through once in a while, who thought this was a good idea?
That sounds messy as hell.
Yeah, like I wanted to try it once as like a dare, but I definitely didn't want to eat it for real because there was no way this was good. Like it's almost like you need a spoon to eat the toppings out of it, like like a bread bowl sort of thing.
No, so we call it pizza sacks because A, it sounds dirty, and
Yes.
B, pizza rolls, pizza pockets, et cetera, are all trademarked. Guess what we have trademarked?
Pizza sack.
Pizza sacks.
That's a good idea.
And guess what the tagline is?
What's that?
Put our sacks in your mouth.
Yes.
See, that is dirty right there.
I would
No.
buy that.
So if anyone wants to fund or help me fund pizza sacks, you can get entry-level investing opportunities. $10,000 gets you a hearty handshake.
I think we're good. There was one time that we were debating for a little while opening up a sushi restaurant where you use the pneumatic tubes to going to all the tables, and then basically it's like the sushi chef does things and then loads them into like Tupperware containers and then pneumatic tubes them to the table. So all you gotta do is like send your things through. The only problem is how you keep it from like spilling like sauces and stuff if someone's a 7-year-old child who pours soy sauce in the thing and then like shoots the tube up and like spills crap everywhere. We can never get past that part. Any other good food ideas? Anything we've got?
Well, there was corn in a cup that replaced pizza cone.
Cup of corn did
cup of
replace.
corn.
Oh, that's even
like-
dumber than pizza cone.
Oh my god, yeah, it was. It's
Business
like
was better for them.
it was.
It was. People would buy that.
Yeah, it's like you got corn in a cup and you had different flavors you could sprinkle on top, like as if it's popcorn, but
Yeah.
it's just regular
It's just corn.
I feel like that's the most Indiana thing that's ever
Oh,
existed.
it was very popular.
Yeah, it's like
Still went out of business, but it was
Yeah.
popular.
I'm sorry. Like sometimes I'm really embarrassed of our state. And this is one of those where I feel like I have to apologize to the rest of the country.
This
Yeah,
is why
you
when
should.
this is why when people try and tell me I'm a Hoosier because I moved here, I'm like, no,
I'm not.
No,
I don't
I
feel
don't
like
claim it.
I was born and raised here, and I don't.
you don't want to.
I don't want it either.
You don't get a choice of the matter,
You
son.
don't.
I don't know. I never really felt at home in Indiana.
I'm like, I'm from Michigan, man.
Anyway,
Oh.
if anyone wants to fund Pizza Sack, just contact Josh Schaefer. This has been Not So Live from Asteroid G. I'm Mike Finkelstein.
Josh Schaefer, co-creator of the Pizza Sack.
We were joined in the studio by
Josette Schaefer, no investment in Pizza Sack.
And I'm Rebecca Finkelstein.
Are you investing in Pizza Sack?
Come on, Becky.
Oh god, I want you right now.
And we will see you next time.